for this, and it happened.
Uncle fucking House, who's supposed to be
Are the shoes of a champion. This jacket right here, shoes of a champion.
Hey,
No heat. Yeah! Yeah!
Bada bing, bada boom. We are back. It is another Thursday evening, which means only one thing. Dev and Dilly, the wrestling podcast that you all know and love, is back for another week. We're on episode number 16. I mean, we're cruising through this thing. We're just episode after episode. And Dev is not here today because he's at work. But I can also report this will probably be the last time that he's not here. Because after this, we currently film these on Thursdays. We're going to start moving that to Fridays. And then Devin will be able to join us because this man is stuck at work every Thursday. So we're not going to keep doing that to him because then he can't let you know what he really thinks. So just had to get that out of the way real quick. First things first, before we get into anything else, because this literally happened 10 minutes ago, I just want to report Kevin Owens just tweeted that his mom, a lot of people know, has been battling with the sickness. She's been in the hospital. That's why he wasn't at the last SmackDown. And he gave a promo 2 SmackDowns ago about it. He just sent out a tweet of a picture of his mom with a Kevin Owens shirt on. And the caption says, "She kicked out." So I'm assuming that she beat whatever she was fighting. So I want to give a shout out to Mama Owens.
Yeah.
Because that's huge. And I know that just broke like 10 minutes ago. He tweeted that. So wanted to give a shout out to Mama Owens because I know that's huge. All right. Now we can get into the meat and bones of this podcast. So we are officially halfway through the year, and it's hard to believe, but we were already halfway through the year of the world of professional wrestling. Now,
Crazy.
right? That's what I said when I was looking at it. I was like, holy shit, it's actually wild that we're already this far through. I thought because we run a podcast and there's not a whole lot to talk about this week, for shits and giggles, we will go through some categories of just what we think the best this of the year is. Now, this is subjective. This is just, our personal opinion. We got rivalry of the year, promo of the year, return of the year, female of the year, male of the year, just all the casual categories that you would expect.
Okay.
But the first thing that we have here is debut of the year. Now, debut of the year is somebody that I guess I can pin it in 2 ways, okay? Not only was it somebody that has just debuted this year, but also I will give you somebody that you did not know existed until this year, and then that for you would be like a debut. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will give you that as well. So I'll start here because I think that my debut of the year, you can call me this just happened or whatever, is Jacob Fatu. I don't care that it happened 3 weeks ago. I don't care that it happened a month ago. The biggest impact that I've seen in a debut in a long time, I think Brock Lesnar, early Brock Lesnar. This is the vibes I'm getting of everyone he touches, he destroys.
Yeah.
He destroyed a tag team for no reason because he can, just to clear the ring for Solo to come out. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with I have Jacob Fatu as mine.
All right. I think for me, so there's a couple guys in my mind, but I think probably everybody knows where I'm gonna lean and kind of go towards as a debut, even though it wasn't like brand spanking. I mean,
It is a re-debut. So
re-debut. Okay, so we
Yeah.
can put it that way. But Y6 for me,
yeah,
that's the debut of the year for me. I feel like fans and people have waited so long, and honestly, after Bray passed away, I don't think people ever really thought that this was even really happening. So that's why I think it's so emotional for everybody, and the tributes that they place throughout their spots. for Bray, for Brody, and they do these things very creatively. They place those spots there. That's what makes people emotional about it. And so to me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Y6 debut of the
I
year.
think that's you know what's great about that is that Jacob Fatu and the Wide Six happened in the same fucking week.
Sure did.
Happened on Raw and
Yep.
SmackDown that week. So I mean, hey, that's beautiful right there. That was a great week. Also, I am going to get Dev's what do you call it, answers so that
Yeah.
we'll have it for next pod and everything. So Devin will. I'm not gonna leave him out of this. But next thing that we have here is the rivalry of the year. I have a strong feeling that me and you are gonna have the same one, but that's okay. So I'll let you go first.
Let me think.
All right, if you got to think, then I'll
Yeah, let
just
me
drop
think.
it.
Okay,
Okay.
go ahead.
I have Drew McIntyre and CM Punk because it has not only had my interest for 1 month, it's had my interest for the entire year. It started at the Royal Rumble when Drew McIntyre injured CM Punk. We are now halfway through the year, and the last thing that just happened was the Money in the Bank screw job of him screwing him over for the third time. I mean, this rivalry to me has been going on all year. So that's why it's so easy for me.
Dale, you know what's funny? So initially, I would have liked what I thought it was going to be. It was going to be Seth and CM Punk,
Right.
but because of injuries, whatever, I can totally agree with the CM Punk Drew. I like when he comes. It seems very personal. It doesn't seem like
Yes.
it's like it's fake. Like
There's
they
no
seem like,
title that needs to be on the line.
yeah, and like they like, you know what I mean? That's it's like they can't stand each other. Like, and it makes you feel that and believe that. That's the same kind of energy I saw with Seth and CM Punk initially. But I can definitely say rivalry of the year. I am perfect. Me great. I'm perfectly fine giving to Seth and Drew. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess honorable mention would be because obviously the Bloodline and the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins saga going into Mania, that was
Yeah.
so good. But I feel
Yeah.
like that's such the basic bitch
Yeah.
vanilla latte answer.
Yeah.
So I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like that. I mean, I can see it, but honestly, it's like, I'm thinking like the
Because
year.
that's the one that the WWE like made themselves hype up the most because
Yeah.
of everything. But I think Drew and Punk is the right answer.
I 100% agree.
All
Because
right.
even if they've attacked each other, but they haven't wrestled each other yet.
They haven't had a match yet.
Come on,
That's
and
crazy.
that's what's great about it.
It's been 5 months of build, and we have not had a match. Insane. Next one. This is a little bit tougher. But promo of the year. This is tougher because obviously there's some people that are naturally have good promos, but then there's also people who don't. But then there's that one promo that sticks out to you, you know, whatever it is. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll let you go.
Hey, any of the fucking promos Rock cut for the fucking Mania? Any of them?
Just the final boss Rock promos.
Ah, bro. I mean, just fuck, bro. I mean, jeez. Like, yeah, any of them. Take your pick. Take your pick. That's all I got. Just any. They were fucking badass. Like, okay, it was great.
Okay, so I have two. Okay, I have one that you're gonna be like, okay, and then I have one that I have a strong feeling you're gonna be like, oh shit, I didn't even think about that. Okay, the first one is, and this is a fresh of mind type of thing. Okay, like I think it's because it's so fresh in my mind. That goddamn promo from Rowan on Raw. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro. When
Those are
he said, who's gonna care if I die? I'm just Rowan. I was like, oh my god, bro. That was deep as fuck. Okay? That to me I would say is gonna be that's mine. I'm gonna go with that one. But another one that I want to point out that I don't think a lot of people are gonna remember is Chad Gable's promo to Sami Zayn right before his match at WrestleMania. Okay? Here's why I want to make the case. Did anyone really give a fuck about Sami Zayn versus Gunther for the build-up? No. But for 30 seconds, when his intro came out, and Gable gave him that pep talk, and
Oh
then he
yeah.
walked out, and then KO immediately was like, "You got this," and hyped him up. When Sammy walked out, I don't care who you were invested.
Yeah.
He was Rocky, he was the underdog, and you
Yeah.
were hyped for the first time ever, and that was credit to the promo that Gable gave right before the match. So
That's real. Yeah.
I would say those are like intertwined, but I'm gonna give it to Rowan just because I had tears in my eyes. I was like, holy shit, this man is just
Yeah.
hurting. Like this
Yeah.
is I felt for him. But yeah, return
But
of
the similarity, like between Rowan and the Rock promos, they really made you believe,
yes,
like, if this
100%.
shit's real. Like, so yeah,
That
I
is
can.
that's what a good promo I feel like does is you
Yeah.
believe what the fuck they're saying and it invests you in the match, the story, whatever they're trying to push. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm glad we're on the same page on that aspect. Return of the year. Now, CM Punk, Randy Orton, that's 2023. So I know
Right.
that I just want to bring that back up because I feel like a lot of people are just going to immediately think of that because it was in the last 365 days, but it wasn't in the first half of this year, okay? But you know who was? The same person that you just gave promo of the year. I'm going to go with The Rock because The Rock did come back this year. The Rock did return, and not only was he The Rock, he was, like you said, the final boss Rock. And I guess you could make a similar case for the Wyatt Six, and I'll let you, I let you have that, but I'm gonna give it to The Rock.
So I can't argue about the Rock. I think Rock was bigger. Why six people couldn't wait for it? Yeah, I love those guys, but I'm gonna go Rock too. But one that I think, futuristically speaking, is gonna be the biggest one. Is gonna be Roman. Roman's.
It will be. It will be.
It
You could
will be
also make
Roman.
a case for Rhea. You could also make a case for Rhea because
You think
when
so?
Rhea was,
I didn't feel like
when Rhea was gone, what happened in the women's title picture? What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, what happened?
Nothing. It went. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Rhea was like, okay. At first, Rhea's title reign was kind of eh. We're getting
Yeah.
Selena Vega. We're getting Natalia. What are we doing here? And then we start building. We get Raquel. We get Becky. We get Nia. We're cooking. And then she gets hurt. Liv wins it. And Liv has defended it one time in 2 months against Zelina. We're back down the shitter. You know what I mean? So for that aspect, I feel like because now that Rhea's back, Rhea, Liv, SummerSlam, the most eyes that's been on that women's title since WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's funny. I think that anytime Rock comes back, it's a big return.
Oh, yeah.
His pop every time is.
Well, the thing is, when Rock came back, every single week leading to WrestleMania, they sold out shows. Remember, it was like 13 straight sold out shows. And a lot of people were like, that's because of the road to WrestleMania. Nah, motherfucker. That's because we didn't know if The Rock was going to show up because a lot of times he would kick off Raw unannounced. You know what I mean? So that's why you were getting sold out stadiums because you were getting Dwayne The Rock fucking Johnson.
Man, I'm good, Rock. That's good.
All right. We got 2 left. We got female and then male wrestler of the year. So we'll start with female wrestler of the year. This is actually a tough.
You think it's tough?
Oh, if it's easy for you, then I'm gonna go crazy.
I'm gonna say Rhea. Rhea, female wrestler of the year. She is proved herself to be the main attraction in the women's division. I mean, even mentioned in the previous category of return and what that does going to do for the women's division. I think her being in professional wrestling to me is like it's the pinnacle of women's wrestling to me. Like she is exactly it. Like she's the it factor in the women's division. Everybody says, I mean, it's cool, but honestly, real talk, she's bigger than when Sasha Banks, CEO, when she went to AEW. Rhea is bigger than that. Like to me, like that, she is as supersede that. Like so, to me, she's the biggest female superstar. Absolutely. I saw WWE is tag teaming with Call of Duty, Rhea and Rey Mysterio, like that. She is. That tells me right there that like you put her in wrestling gear, Call of Duty. Like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
tells me her status. Yep. Tell me what it is.
I agree with everything you just said. I do. I love Rhea. She is my favorite women's wrestler. Okay. The only reason why I think I can't, it's hard for me to give it to her is because she's been out for 3 months. So, like, the year's been going on for 6 months, and half of that, she hasn't been here. So, that's the only reason why it's hard for me to make the case. But on the other side of it, there's not a lot of women to pick from because I immediately think, you know what I genuinely think of? I think of Roxanne Perez. That's the only other woman I think of. I think
Really?
Roxanne Perez at NXT because she has put on bangers all year.
Yeah.
I can't give it to Bayley because I feel like her reign is kind of flat right now.
It's tainted.
Everyone else has been on a mid-card level, so
Yeah.
it's hard. And Liv, like I said, she's had one title defense in 2 months.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to Roxanne Perez because she's the only one who's been here the whole fucking time. And that's not Rhea's fault. Like, I'd still give you Rhea, but I'm just giving it to her because she's been here, all 6 months.
I'm thinking like biggest draw.
Rhea is still the biggest draw. Rhea and Liv is going to be that match. That's a huge match.
That's gonna be a huge match. That's why I was saying Rhea's she's a big draw. Roxanne Perez, that would be my runner-up.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got male wrestler of the year, final one, final category here. This one I think it should be tough. I mean, it's tough for me.
It is. I'm trying to think.
Okay. You might be mad, but I got to give it to Will Ospreay. I have Will Ospreay in 3 matches.
I actually was going to say Will
right
Ospreay
now.
for I was going to say him for one of the other categories, but I can I'm perfectly totally fine with that because I was thinking debut kind of the year. I was thinking Will Ospreay, but no, I totally see that.
Yeah, 100%. He's put on 3 match of the year candidates. He literally just put on another one this Wednesday that we'll talk about in a little bit. But
bro, he put on a match that I missed, and I went back and watched it like several times.
Really?
Yeah.
What match was that?
It was it wasn't this one on Wednesday. It was
it this year?
Yeah, it was Swerve. Was it Swerve? Who was?
Was it recent?
Yeah, it was recent. If it was
recent, it was probably at the pay-per-view with Swerve.
It was Swerve. Yeah, that was probably one of the best matches in my life.
Yeah,
like athleticism, entertaining, wrestling. You know what I mean? Like it was good, man. Like it was good. It was
he is insane.
Yeah,
he's insane.
Like I had to go back and I'm like, wait, what the hell just happened? They did what? Like shit.
I want to say something about Will Ospreay also that I feel like is something that I've never said before, but it is I think something that needs to be said. A lot of people wanted Will Ospreay in this little free agency war that was happening last year to go to WWE.
Yep.
I don't think he is I don't think he's a WWE guy. I think he is perfect being in AEW New Japan. That's perfect for him. Because when it comes to WWE and the storytelling and the slower grabs and stuff, Ospreay is just gonna go. He's like Ricochet on fucking crack. Like, he's so fast, boom, 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 that you cannot have a Will Ospreay match and do 2 commercial breaks on Raw during the middle of the match. He's not that kind of wrestler. You know what I mean? So I just felt like that's something I want to touch on real quick. I'm glad that he's in AEW. That's perfect for him to be. You're muted. I don't know what happened, but we lost.
Here we go. I was thinking, I'm happy he didn't go to WWE. It's more theatrics there. I think it's a different type of wrestler to me. I think he's a perfect. Like I think Ricochet, as much as I hate to see him go, I think he should be in AEW. Like I think that would fit more of his skill set and let him be. He's an entertainer. You know what I mean? And I think Will Ospreay it's like it would have been a bad move. It would have dumbed him down. So
yes.
Yeah. So I'm happy.
And say what you want about AEW and have whatever opinions you want, but if you see Will Ospreay versus Ricochet on a pay-per-view or an episode of TV, you're watching.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're watching that shit.
Without question.
So yeah, that's the little mid-season awards there. 20 minutes actually. That's good. It filled a good amount of time. But now let's get into the week in review. I don't know why I said mid. I just had that from the awards. It's the week in review. It is
right.
what has happened in the last week of pro wrestling, and we're going to talk about it right now. So, starting with SmackDown, the biggest thing that's been going on in SmackDown, because for the last 2 weeks, they've just closed out the show on top, beating the shit out of everybody for 2 straight weeks, the Bloodline. Now, last week was the first time since he's been gone that I thought we were going to get Jimmy Uso. The way it was set up, where it was 3 of them, and it was Cody in the ropes, and it was Randy out there. I, for the first time, was like, you might get Jimmy. I didn't think Roman. I didn't think Paul. I only thought Jimmy. And then they just beat the shit out of Cody, and then they put Randy through a table. They made Cody watch. He didn't return. Second straight week of the Bloodline, just standing on top with the ones. And also, we have Solo versus Cody for the WWE Undisputed title at SummerSlam.
So, first of all, Jacob Fatu he's a fucking beast, bro.
Insane.
Honestly, if I'm completely honest, I feel like he's been a part of the Bloodline that has made me want to watch the Bloodline again. Like, that was my renewal. I mean, it's what watching him. He reminds me of, like, his family. Like, he is, like, that's what I grew up watching, the Wild Samoans and these guys. Like,
yeah.
I watched them like this, you know what I mean? And so for me, when I see that, that's entertaining. So it makes me.
He screams Umaga.
Oh, my God.
It.
Oh, man. And like, to me, I love it. That right there, I love. The Tongans is like, I don't see that last. I don't really see them last.
Tama Tonga needs to win a tag title or he's fucked. Because listen, man, if there's a situation of they do like, okay, because I think there's a high chance that they're going to win the tag titles, like whoever it is in the Bloodline, right? It has to be Tonga and Tama, because the second you make it Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa is not winning singles gold, and he is going to immediately become the guy where if the Bloodline needs to take a pin, Tonga will get pinned.
Yep. Bro, I seen the thing on Instagram this week. It was like all his, like, essentially all his fuck ups. Bro.
Yeah, you saw his New Japan fuck ups?
Oh, bro.
Oh, no. I was trying to make sure you didn't see that.
Oh, bro, no. I was like, this guy really, man? But, like, honestly, it's like the Bloodline story, I'm more excited to see.
You see the...
Yeah. Oh, I was like, what the hell? What was that? Man, it was crazy. I was like, I didn't even share it because I felt so bad. That's why I didn't say I was like, oh, I can't even share this to the boys because, like, man, this is fucked up, bro. Like, my man just he's terrible. Like, you missing punching guys in the nuts, and, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't do that 3 times in a row. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't a miss. You know what I mean? Like, it was, man. But back to the point, Bloodline, I definitely Jacob Fatu, man. Honestly, like, I'm curious to see where it goes. I do feel like with Solo, like, they're gonna get some gold. Solo, I really don't want to see as a champ.
I don't think he'll beat Cody. I do not think he's gonna beat Cody. I do not think he will. I don't see it happening.
If I'm honest, I hope he doesn't. Like, I don't, not right now. This isn't time for Solo to have gold. You know, I don't really care. It's funny watching this Bloodline versus the original Bloodline, as they kind of giving them the characteristics of a different kind of, like, faction. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. You know what I mean? And so, it's interesting, but yeah, beating the shit out of people, that cracks me up. You know what I mean?
I think the biggest thing about the first Bloodline and the last Bloodline is the first Bloodline, it was they all looked at each other as equals. Yeah. And then Roman kind of became the narcissist. Yeah. And that was what drew the Civil War, right? Mm-hmm. In this one, they're almost like, we know Solo is the narcissist. We know Solo is better. We like that. We know that he's like, and everyone's okay with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm telling you right fucking now, be careful, because Jacob Fatu right now, if I swear to God, if next week on SmackDown, Jacob Fatu, and I know there's no shot in hell this happens, right? But let's say next week on SmackDown, Jacob Fatu, he turns on Solo, beats the shit out of him, like splashed him through the table, and then he's like, I'm fighting Cody. I would be so much more sold on that match.
Oh
than
man, that was
Solo
crazy.
and Cody. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah. I honestly don't want to see Solo and Cody. It's like watching a Becky Lynch fight to me. It's like that sounds boring as fuck to me. Like
It's like watching a worse, and I'm sorry to Solo.
boring.
It's like watching
Okay.
a worse Roman and Cody.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. Like Jacob Fatu, like that's a whole other energy, bro. Like give me that. Like
Jacob
It's like-
Fatu and Cody could be good.
yeah.
If you book that the right way, that could be fucking great. But the
You know what
problem
Solo and Cody reminds me of? It's
What?
like watching fucking paint dry. Because I know what's gonna happen. Like it's
Well,
like
here's
honestly,
the thing. Here's the thing. Is there a part of you that really thinks that they could go this whole SummerSlam? No Rock, no Roman, no
no,
Jimmy.
no.
There's no way.
No.
There's no way.
The
You
setup
gotta
there.
get
I mean,
at least
yeah.
one of them.
somebody, yeah. If I think when Roman comes back, I just see Paul coming back at the same time as Roman. Like you can just see it. You know what I mean? Like, but somebody's coming back. You got to, yeah.
I
That's-
want more than anything. Because I saw people online that were worried. They were like, Jimmy needs to come back soon because he's going to get upstaged by Roman. Because if Jimmy comes back and then Roman comes back, people are going to care more about Roman.
True.
Okay. Here's what I need to say. If the WWE books this right and you really get a Marvel's Avengers Assemble moment where SummerSlam ends, okay? Let's say Cody wins and Solo beats the shit out of him and the Bloodline destroy him after or whatever, right?
Mhm.
Because I'm not taking Solo to win. And then it's Bloodline standing tall to end SummerSlam, okay? If you have Jimmy come out, Roman come out, Paul come out, boom, 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 and then you bring in, I don't care if it's a Zilla, a Rock, or you don't need any of them, and it's just that three, people are not going to be like, oh my God, it's Roman. They're going to be like, it's Roman and Jimmy and Paul. They're going to be so excited at the fact that it's all of them together.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't think Jimmy will get upstaged. And if people are talking about Roman more than Jimmy, that's been happening the entire time in the Bloodline. Roman is a Hall of Famer. Roman is a case for the greatest of all time as the tribal chief. Like, you can't be mad at that.
Yeah, it's real, man.
So I'd want to touch on that, but I think that this SummerSlam feud, as much as they're trying to buy us in, we're not going to be sold unless we get a return.
Yep. I feel like what has to happen is SummerSlam is Jay. See, that's the part I feel bad for Jay because Jay definitely deserves some gold. And
Yeah,
things.
what the hell is he doing at SummerSlam?
So
What
I
the
feel like-
hell is he doing?
I actually read something saying that Jay wasn't even going to be there.
What?
Yeah, like there wasn't anything. Like it was something like that. Like coming up SummerSlam, Jay wouldn't even be there. But I think what's going to happen is Jay's going to go help Cody. And I think
I mean, okay, well then if that's the case, then just add Jay to that Marvel's Assemble, right?
so. I think that what happened is Jay goes help Cody. You get a return to help Jay, and now it's less of and like kind of phase Cody out of it. But now you bring Jimmy back to help Jay. Now you got the Usos. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that just opens the door. Start to open the door for it.
You could do a really cool dynamic with Roman coming back and Jay and Roman looking at each other and being like, Can we like get along here to like do what's better for the family? You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
man,
think
that'd be
you get a
fun.
really cool dynamic there. Also, I know. Okay, Jay made me laugh fucking way too hard on Raw when he looked at Dominic and he said, "If you see mommy, tell her hi," and then walked out. I was laughing so fucking hard.
Bro.
He said, "Tell her hi."
Bro, Jay has been killing me, bro, the last couple of weeks, bro. I saw it was a house show. Him and Damien they did. Priest did, and Priest helped him up, and then Priest like walked out, and Priest kind of like eat and like to Jay, and it was like I know they always test shit in those house shows, and so I'm like, all right, I can see this coming, like you know what I mean?
Perfect transition. You just set up perfect transition though. You're talking about the house shows, but something that I do want to talk about really quickly is Damien and Gunther, because Damien, I feel like for the first time in a while, he felt like a face on Raw.
He did.
He was making jokes backstage with Dominic.
Yeah.
He was all laughing. He was all jolly. Then he had a great promo battle with Gunther, and then he beat Braun Strowman, but people were cheering, and it was like, okay, like for the first time since he's been on the main roster in Judgment Day,
Yeah.
he feels like a face.
You know what's
And I
funny?
think
Could you feel the moment when Gunther called some trash, street trash, whatever? I was like, oh, that's the moment where you just made him a face.
Yeah.
That was.
And
moment.
also, really quickly, the people online that were trying to make this a race thing, fuck off. Okay?
Really?
Yes. A lot of people were like, wow, the fact that he's saying because he's Latino and he's trash and he was homeless, that's pretty. No, you dumbasses. He is the privileged guy who has gotten everything handed. He literally said in the promo when he was like, I guess your parents didn't care for you enough. My parents gave me everything. He's literally setting the storyline of not race. It's the privileged guy, the rich, jockey, you know what I mean, arrogant piece of shit, versus the guy who, it's fucking Rocky, god damn it. It's against the guy who had to fucking work for nothing from the streets.
It's like blue collar.
Isn't supposed to be the champion, but has now made himself that. It's Rocky. It's Karate Kid. It's not fucking a race thing. It's a clear storyline of the privileged guy and the, you know, like you said,
bro,
the
it was exactly
not supposed to be champion.
It's fucking Rocky.
Yes, it is Rocky.
You got the foreign guy who thinks Americans aren't shit, everybody's trash. You know what I mean? How many times have you played this card? You know what I mean? It's like, it's not a race thing.
That's what it is.
This is not it. It's Rocky. This is the same thing like fucking dragging off all these motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? Like Sheik did it. You know what I mean? You know, screw the Americans. You know, Sergeant Slaughter did. They've done it several times. That's all this is to me. So
this is not JBL going to the border when he was feuding with Rey Mysterio and not letting Mexican people in the country. Okay, that was racist. That was racist.
That was racist.
This is not like that.
No.
This is nothing like that. This is not like when Triple H cut that promo on Booker T.
Oh yeah,
that was racist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you know what's funny?
Times when the WWE has been racist is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that is so far into the depths of the iceberg and bad times that I just compare the two. This is uncomparable. You know what I mean?
No, I ain't get that at all. But you know the thing about this match, though, for me, it's like we already know the outcome.
No, we don't. I'm invested. I don't think that promo. I have no idea who's gonna win.
I feel like we're past the point of now that Damien's had the title for it being like, oh, if he loses it, he was just kind of holding on to it. Like
I think a lot of people want Damien to win. A lot of people want Damien to win now. A lot of people are invested. I do too.
I don't.
Why?
I fucking want him to drop that shit.
Why? He's been a great champion.
Yeah, you know, but
he has actually been cutting the best promos of his career.
You know what's funny? Is that because I feel like can we get away from everybody holding it forever? That's my thing. Like
okay, I'll give you that, but why give it to Gunther? He's gonna hold it forever.
And that's the thing. I'm over everybody fucking having titles forever. Like, stop this. I had 365 days, and I saw an Uso promo. We had the belt for 560. I'm tired of all that shit. Like let him keep it for a little bit. You know, lose it. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like Gunther right now. He's a fucking beast, bro. Like I think
I love Gunther as the world champion, but he won't lose that title for a fucking year and a half.
Oh, that's too long, man. It's all this year long.
He will retain in Berlin, okay? He will retain at WrestleMania, and then right there, we're at half a year, and the next possible scenario we're looking at is SummerSlam, which would be a year-long title reign.
Yeah,
I'm telling you what we're looking at.
I'm over all the fucking like year-long title reigns for people and shit. Like, not like saying like every week you gotta switch titles, but like not you know.
That's the problem that they built up, though, because they already gave us, how long was it? 400-day Intercontinental Championship reign with him? So we know that he's not going to lose it instantly. We know he's going to hold it for a long fucking time.
Yeah. I just think, like, Damien's cool, man, as a champ, and I give him that. But, like, Gunther, Like it's like Gunther, the Intercontinental title was that's too small for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he needed to be on the big stage. He was working his way up. Now he's with the big fellas. And honestly, I feel like Damian lose that. Now it adds more story. Give Gunther the title. Like even if they have a little thing, like I just don't. It doesn't excite.
If Damian loses, I almost want him to just go full face, like have it be a situation where Damian literally is like, oh my god, he might win, and then Finn Balor turns on him.
Yeah,
and then
there we go.
He loses, and he's like, he looks. I don't want. Here's what I'm trying to say. Okay, I do not want it to be. We come away from this match, and everything that Damian just did for the past couple months gets put down the fucking drain, and we are just talking about Gunther. I need Damian to still be main event, world championship level after the match is over, whether he wins, whether he loses. That's what I need from them.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that.
That's where I'm at, and that's where I get worried about
if he loses it. Yeah.
If he loses, exactly. Because I don't want him to immediately just go back to the Judgment Day shenanigans and out of the world title picture. Because he's proven that when he needs to be on a world champion level, I mean, he's put on bangers. He almost broke his fucking leg.
Yeah.
So, okay. This one's really quick, but I just want to talk about it. Shame, my boy got Def Rebel. It's a damn shame. My boy Sheamus, they brought back Too Many Limes, and everybody was like, oh my God, life is so good. Whoa, it was so good. And then he comes out on Raw, and he gets this new fucking Irish Def Rebel theme. I swear on everything I love, I was expecting the theme to start with, it's fight night.
Yeah.
Do. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
man. That's what they do now. But god damn it, why would you give us the theme for 2 months and then Def Rebel him anyway? You fucking asshole.
Bro.
A lot of people are getting Def Rebel. Nobody's safe.
Yeah, nobody's safe. It's happening to fucking everybody. Fucking protect your wife, protect your kids. It's fucking happening to everybody.
Genuinely. Now we got Chelsea Green when she comes out. It's Chelsea Green. Like,
killing it.
Bro, Samantha Irvin isn't even on SmackDown. Anyways, we'll move on.
Yeah, man, you got that one.
Yeah, okay. So I just want to see. I don't think there's anything else. Okay, yes. Wyatt 6. I want to get into this. Bo Dallas comes out on Raw. Okay, first off, Chad Gable being like, I cracked the fucking case. You guys aren't going to believe it, but Uncle Howdy is Bo Dallas. I know. And then Otis is like, everybody knows. And Chad goes, well, yeah, I've been telling everyone.
That's comedy right there, bro. That's comedy, bro. Like, that was good.
I'm going to call out Bo, right? Goes to the ring, and Bo comes out. Not Uncle Howdy. The same guy we saw in Adam Pearce's office last week, just Bo. Okay? As he comes out to the ring, who jumps him? The Creeds.
Yeah.
And we finally have Gable and the Creeds. We got Kurt Angle and the greatest tag team of all time, that fucking threesome 2.0 now here. Love that. Love the Creeds in the suit. Love the beatdown.
Yep.
But here's what I want to talk about, and I know you want to talk about it too. Him laughing. The entire beatdown. Okay? Now, I looked at it in a different way that a lot of other people looked at it. Okay? That's why I want to start.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people looking at that as a laughing, as of like a I don't feel pain. I'm fine. Like, this doesn't hurt me. Immortal type of, character. Is that how you kind of saw it?
No.
Okay. How did you see it? I saw it as a coping mechanism.
For me, it was like, I didn't see it. It was like he was feeling anything. So first, let me back up. So I saw the Bo coming out, or coming out as Bo Dallas, reminded me of The Fiend. Bray Wyatt kind of coming out of character, like Finn does that.
Yeah, breaking down the fourth wall.
Yep. So I did like that, because I was wondering the whole time, like, I know he's coming out, but I was like, who's he coming out as? And I was like, let's see what music plays. And I was like, there's no music.
No music.
No music. Here's Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
That's okay. The laughing to me was very Joker-esque.
Yes.
But I
Thank
I,
you. I'm
I
so fucking.
yeah.
I was looking for the analogy. Perfect. That's
Oh
the
man,
perfect analogy.
it was like perfect to me, and I was like, I didn't see him as feeling anything. It was like he's sick, kind of demented. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
that. It
this
was like,
is a coping mechanism for him.
yeah, yeah,
He's in
like,
pain right now.
oh yeah,
He's hurting.
oh
But
yeah.
instead of ow and crying, he's going to the corner and going, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh
You
man,
know what I mean? Like
that's
almost like calling on
sick.
Trey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, that's sick. That's crazy. That's exactly what I wanted him to do. Play right into it. The laughing. I mean, and then when they come over to him and he's like, "There you are." I was like, "Oh, bro, what?"
Yeah.
Like,
there you are.
It's like, who is he talking to? Like, who are you? Or you talking? Are you talking to Chad and Creed? Like, who are you talking to? You know, it's like
he was. This is what I think. Obviously, a lot of different interpretations. I think he was saying, like, once Gable was talking to him, going, "Why are you laughing? And why are you so angry?" Like beating him. That's when he goes, "There you are," as if he was almost like, "There's that twisted, evil Gable that I'm trying to see. That's the guy that I'm. You know what? That's how I saw it. You know what I mean?
I agree, 100%. And I was like, "Oh, that was great, man." Yeah.
Yes.
But so bro, so let me.
We really know.
You know what's crazy is that after he's laughing, anytime the fucking lights, the way they hit the lights, I fucking love it. Just 1 second, 2, 3.
I love how it's not a blackout too. I love how it's not like the Undertaker. It's like
yeah. You ever notice how fast the smoke comes in the fucking ring?
Oh yeah.
Oh, bro, that's fucking great. I was like, billows of smoke just fill the fucking ring, and everybody's looking around and shit. And I'm like, I was wondering too. I'm like, hey, when everybody comes out, I was like, are they gonna walk to the ring, or how are they gonna move? And so, like, you know what I mean? Like, I look the details in that to me is like, okay. Then they just stand on the mat. Like, it's just fucking badass. Like, this is the shit that like makes me like want to watch. Like, yeah. And then Bo's laughing the whole fucking time.
Yeah, and then speaking of the details, I also loved how when all three of them were Gable and the Creeds were waiting, still the little things. Gable leaves first.
Sure
doesn't tap any of them.
Sure does.
He's gone, right?
Yep.
And then the Creeds leave, okay? But it's still that little thing that even though this might now be a trio, Gable is still the narcissist. He's still the selfish, him first, and then the Creeds. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's still another little thing that I was like, I love that. I love they did that. Now, my question to you is, SummerSlam. Are we doing, because I think there's two ways we go about this.
Okay.
We go Bo versus Gable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we go 6-man. And we go Gable and the Creeds versus the Wyatt Six. And that would be probably like, my guess would be Joe Gacy, fucking Dexter, and Bo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Rowan's going to be a big wrestler. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So I think you could do it either one. I'm asking you, which one would you like? Or are you like not happy with either?
I want to go 6.
Okay.
The first one, go 6, and then you can get into the singles kind of things. But I think they go 6. You go 6-man. That would be perfect. I don't think Roman's going to be a big time wrestler in it. I think he kind of adds to it. But definitely Gacy, Loomis, Bo, like that's perfect. Then you have Nikki and Rowan, who because what was the girl with the Creeds?
I was just about to say, because then you could bring in Ivy Nile.
Yeah. But I'm like, honestly, I think this sets it up perfectly. I think, because for them, I think it's not about wins and losses either. That's why I like it, because it's not about goal right now. It's not about wins and losses. It's just about just like kind of fucking people up, like mentally torturing them. Love it.
From what we've been told and hinted at, they are going after Gable for what he did to Otis, from what he did to Akira, and from what he did to Maxine. That is why they're going after him, for the way that he treated that family.
Yep.
I mean,
I love it. Fucking love
it. Yeah. All right. Definitely top 5. Let's roll the video and then let's get to it. We got another week of top 5. And like I said, last week's top 5 probably won't get a whole lot of the same people, because that's just how it works.
Hey, Dijak, take those stupid sunglasses off. We're inside.
All right. So last week's top 5. At number 1, we have John Cena. At number 2, we have Rhea Ripley. At number 3, we have CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. At number 4, we have Tiffany Stratton. At number 5, we have the Wyatt Six. So first things first, I'm gonna just take Johnny Boy out of this list because, like I said it last week. I go, he'll probably be gone because he probably won't be on WWE next week, and he wasn't on TV.
Yep.
So we'll take him out. Okay. Rhea Ripley, number 1, or keeper number 2. I do still think she was the number 1, like, talked about thing.
She was. She definitely was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So keeper 1 or
yep.
1?
Rhea 1. Yep.
Let's go Rhea 1. I like that because that promo with Liv and Dom and everything, that was great. And then the leading up to All Night when she finally comes back up to Dom and she's like, all right, let me get one thing straight. I'm nobody's property. I'm not yours. You're mine. And they're back together. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, for me, I'm rooting for Dom. You know,
the
whole time I'm during the promo, I'm like, he didn't do anything wrong. I feel like I was vouching for one of the boys. I was like, no, you didn't. When Liv was like, I got to kiss him. I was like, without consent? You're missing details. This is not okay. I was getting mad. And then the fact that she took him back at the end, I was like, okay, good job, Rhea. I'm happy that you did the right thing. So,
what's funny is that Dom's my guy. Dom's my favorite. Dom's one of my favorite wrestlers, period. Like, I think I don't ever want to see Dom go face. Like, Dom plays it.
No, I love him as the
Love it.
I love him as the prick.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Number 2. It's tough. But
what do you think?
I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to think about who at the end of SmackDown and the end of Raw, who I was thinking about. The end of SmackDown, the only thing I was thinking about was the Bloodline when SmackDown.
I was going to say Jacob Fatu.
Would we just put Jacob Fatu or would we put the Bloodline?
I mean, I'm okay putting the Bloodline, but that's when I was like, oh, this guy's fucking bananas, bro. Like, but I would say we can say Bloodline.
Honestly, I'm okay with putting Jacob Fatu number 2.
Yeah, that bro.
Yeah. Put Jacob Fatu at number 2, and then Wyatt Six at number 3.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking Wyatt 6-3, and then do we put Gable and the Creeds on here? Or no?
Yeah. Okay, I think
yeah.
so. Yeah.
Let's do Gable and the Creeds at number 4.
Yeah. Number 5.
All right.
You think would Liv be 5?
I don't know. Because Liv wasn't there.
No.
She was there for that backstage promo, right? But then she wasn't there. I feel like, right? Wasn't it just that? Wasn't it just the backstage promo?
No, she came out, but I'm just thinking like that, like who's the most talked about? Like,
Yeah. I get it. I'm trying. I'm genuinely trying to think. LA Knight would be like 6 or 7 because of what he did on SmackDown with the whole IC title thing.
Yeah.
I'd put him like on the bubble. God damn it!
Would you put Roxanne Perez on her?
I put Joe Henry number 5.
Joe Henry's fucking bro.
I put Joe Henry number 5.
Hey, you better stop saying his name. You know what happens.
Bro, that was so great on commentary. He goes, I don't want to say his name because it might happen in the middle of the first match of the night. And then he goes, who? Joe Henry. Say his name. And he I was laughing so hard.
Man, that shit is funny. That's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Joe. Okay, so we got Rhea Ripley number 1, Jacob Fatu number 2, Wyatt Six number 3, Gable and the Creeds number 4, and Joe Henry number 5. since we've done the top 5, the only thing that has remained consistent is the Wyatt Six staying on this top 5.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for consistently staying the most talked about. And also shout out to them for taking my advice on breaking down every single person in the promo. And next week I want someone new. I want Gacy. I want Nikki. I want Dexter. Pictures. I want. Let's keep going.
So if Dexter still doesn't talk and just does
literally, it's just Dexter, and he can just draw pictures.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
He could, and it doesn't. It could literally be with you could with stick figures and like. What I'm saying is, he doesn't have to be an artist to tell his story.
Yeah. Bro, do you realize that? Watch how far they're taking this shit. The Y6 is dropping tapes off to Pat McAfee on his ESPN show.
I love the shit they're doing on Pat McAfee. You know what I love even more? I love the non-wrestling fans that I imagine are watching the show and are just like, they're talking about the home run derby, and then all of a sudden it just says, "You lied," and they're just like, what the fuck happened on the show?
Man.
Should we call somebody? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, the non-wrestling fans are probably so fucking confused.
But then fucking lights go out. But at the same time, that could be drawing these non-wrestling folks right into it, which I love. Like, it's a great strategy.
I do love that. Yeah, that Pat is doing it. I also love that after Pat got the last tape, he goes, "I'm gonna let Michael Cole go back and handle the tape from now on."
Yeah, Michael Cole, you can handle
I don't
this
need
from
to
now
do
on.
that.
Yeah, you have this, man.
That was great. All right, last thing, really quickly. That's all WWE that we got, but I got a couple things here before we leave.
Okay.
Really quickly, I think you'll probably be very familiar with both these things that are actually going on. First off, we talked about it earlier. We kind of hinted at it. AEW International Championship, Will Ospreay and MJF yesterday on Dynamite started the show. They went 58 minutes.
That's crazy, bro.
58 minutes. They put on one of the best matches I've seen all year. They 100% have put on the best free match of the year.
Yeah.
That will not be touched.
Yep.
Free match of the year, that's it. Okay? Insane match. MJF wins with the Dynamite Diamond Ring, knocks him with it, gets the 1, 2, 3. I was hyped, but I was shocked. This is my favorite wrestler in AEW versus Devin's favorite wrestler in AEW, for those of you who don't know. So it was a big deal, MJF versus Will Ospreay. And when MJF won, I didn't even text him or talk shit or anything because I was just in shock. I was like, wow, they really gave it to Will. So I just want to talk about this real quick because I don't know why they did that. I don't know if they're just doing it so that Will can win it back in London, at Wembley. But how are you going to top that 58-minute banger if they're supposed to run it back? That was insane.
Bro, 58 minutes long. That's a fucking hour match.
That's an Iron Man match.
That's fucking crazy. It was crazy. Great match though. I was surprised too that he won now. Yeah. Whereas I thought Ospreay would, like, you could kind of drag a little bit more. So I was surprised that he won it now. That's the part. I mean, cool, because I like the heel turn. I like all of that. But I was just surprised that he won it right now. I love him when he's at heel. He's the best at heel. The oxygen mask, when they put on the oxygen mask after he won the title, I was laughing. That was so great. Oh, but also, speaking of AEW, I want to talk about Toni Storm and Mariah May. Now. Talk about who? Oh, Toni
Storm and Mariah May. Okay? Did you see the turn?
I didn't.
Okay. So, it was probably one of the craziest women turn I've seen. Think Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Think that, but with Toni Storm covered in blood. Head down. Like, smeared. So, Mariah May wins the Owen Hart Women's title, right? Tournament. So now it's going to be Toni Storm's protege, Mariah May, her best friend, versus Toni Storm. And as Toni's going to celebrate with her, the second Mariah gets the women's Owen Hart title, she smacks Toni in the face with it. Plays the shot. Plays like holy shit.
Yeah.
She takes Toni's heel off her head and starts bashing her in the fucking head with her heel to the point where Toni starts bleeding.
That's crazy.
Toni's face gets covered in blood. She's holding her hair up like a gruesome image of just like Toni's face dead and Mariah just holding her like like, I still love you, but this is what I have to do now to be the champion. And then Tony wasn't at AEW last week, and Mariah came out and just cut a promo mocking Tony, basically being Timeless Tony Storm and her whole gimmick, and just mocking her the whole time. And then she laughed, and it was great. And I am now 100% bought into their match at Wembley. I think it's going to be really good.
That's not some WWE shit right there.
Yeah, it was some holy shit type of. It was crazy, and that's what closed the show too. So it was like they did that, and they ended it, and it was like, wow.
No, that's crazy. Let's
Yeah.
check that joint out. Yeah, no. Yeah, that sounds like WWE. That's right up my alley. Sounds like WWE.
Yeah.
That's
And then final thing we have is something I want to touch on really quick. TNA Slammiversary is taking place this weekend. And for those of you who do not watch TNA, who are not getting involved in it, that are thinking about getting involved, that might dip your toe, you're not sure, get involved. Watch it. It's $10. It's like, I think $19.99 on Triller or $10.99 on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheap. It's not a $70 UFC AEW pay-per-view, okay? So if you have the time and you have the money, I would recommend purchasing it. I'd recommend buying it. There's a huge 6-way match for the TNA World Championship that Joe Hendry's in, Nick Nemeth in. It's an elimination 6-man match for the TNA World title. You know what I mean? It's great card. But also, NXT, WWE, they teased that there's going to be a lot of surprises, and do not be surprised if you see more than one NXT or WWE person appear at Slammiversary. So I just wanted to touch on that really quickly because I feel like that's something that a lot of people need to check out. If you're a WWE guy and you're not in TNA, this is a great time to start, is what I'm trying to say.
Yep. I have some ideas of who I think are going to show up already. But yeah, I think it'll be a great time to check it out if you haven't watched it before. You'd be surprised. Yep, exactly.
I think we're on the same page on Mr. Styles there. And then, yeah, that is all that we got here for the pod. So, OG, if there's anything else you want to say?
Yeah, dude, real quick. You know who's been putting in some work lately?
Who?
She's been all over the place. Mia Chin.
Yes, I do want to shout her out.
She's been putting in work.
Can I also like put her on like next to, or put these two in a pair? Can I put her with Zelina Vega as well?
Yeah.
Because I also feel like Zelina Vega has been doing some of the best work. Like,
she's been putting in work too. Yeah, I agree.
Put on great matches, bro. She
the
cooked
promos.
the shit out of Sonya Deville. That was foul. When Sonya started talking and she's like, I couldn't hear a word you said because of your big ass forehead. I was like, holy shit.
Bro, that was the funniest shit ever.
I was like, holy shit.
Wait, dude. She's like, your forehead, you're something else. I was like,
yeah, she was like, I can't tell because of your forehead, you're this and you're that. She went down the line, cooked all three of them, and then was like, but anyways, I got a match. And then walked out, and I was like, can we give Zelina Vega more promo time?
Yeah,
she
man.
She took the shit out of Liv and Dom.
Sure did. Oh, I love that.
Shit out of these guys. You know what I mean? Like, Zelina's really good on the mic.
Yeah, man. She said something like I don't even want him. My man with a dirty mustache or something like that. She said.
And then also, yeah, Mia Yim, SmackDown, NXT, SmackDown. She's all over the place.
Man. She's been all over. She put in work. I saw the one move and she like fucking jumped right into head first to some chairs. It was like she's putting in work.
The street fight she had with Jada Parker on NXT was another contender for best free match of the year. It was really, really good.
Yeah, she put, which I'm happy for her, man. Like, because I'm like, again, at some point in time, you start getting all these bodies. Like we were talking about the Tongans earlier. Like, at some point in time, you get too heavy, you gotta start cutting folk. You know. So yeah. But no, that's about it. I was just thinking about that.
Yeah. All right. Glad we're on the same page. Check out Lezu on all Apple Music platforms and Spotify and anywhere you can get music. He appreciates it. We appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Yes,
also,
sir.
Go over to Sharp Sports Network and download the app. Use the promo code TYCO011 when you sign up. It helps you. It helps us. It's a win-win for everybody, and I appreciate that as well. Next time we will go live will be Friday. Get it in your calendars. No more Thursdays. We're now going live on Fridays. So
next Friday, y'all.
That is when we'll see you guys next. Deb will be here. Ann will be here. I will be here. Everything will be good. And have a good one. Be good people. Do nice things for somebody.